Hi everybody, it's Amos, Apple Toy Club. And this next toy is one of my favorites. It came out of I hate to bake, and um, I don't like baking. And my kids I wanted them to play in their play kitchen, and I wanted to incorporate, you know, tactile things. So grab yourself some Play-Doh, make some homemade Play-Doh, which is really easy. There's tons of stuff on Pinterest. But if they have a play kitchen, or if you're just kind of wanting to see, like maybe you don't want to make that huge investment in this huge kitchen, you kind of want to see if they're into it, this is a great set. So what it is a very big jar, a rolling pin, and then I made some really cute Valentine's or heart cookies in here. So I really love this set. You have really big scalloped heart cookies, and then you have a smaller painted cookie. This is what Amelia painted, and we glued them on with wood glue. They're on there pretty solid, but with maybe, they never came off for us, but I just want to say that, it potentially could come off. If it does, this could potentially be a choking hazard for those who know not to put things in their mouth. So keep an eye on this. You want to supervise. Again, they're glued on pretty solid, and my kids never knock them off, but I'm just going to kind of put it out there as a precursor. So you have 4 of these cookies, right? So you can talk about big and little. You can find pink in the room. You can count them. They can feed their babies. A lot of little ones will enjoy just putting them inside of the jar and cleaning up. So just opening and closing, putting things in there. And then when you add Play-Doh, now they can press this into the Play-Doh. They can roll out Play-Doh. You can talk about Valentine's here. They can pretend this is money. And, they can put all kinds of things in these jars. And then, of course, use this anytime you're doing anything where they would roll out. So you want to have, maybe you are a baker, you can have them practice with their own little dough, rolling things out. So again, all of this is maple. This will also be sealed. At the time of this video, it's not. The only thing we don't seal is this, because we wanted that contrast of color. So we're going to seal this with the beeswax polish, so it's nice and slick. So your Play-Doh and dough and flour shouldn't stick to it. If it starts to, really easy to do, you can just put a little bit of olive oil, coconut oil on your hands, just kind of rub it through, and you're good to go. So that's pretty awesome. And then cleanup is really easy. You're just gonna take a damp cloth and just like wipe it off. Again, all maple, so antimicrobial, anti everything. So you don't have anything to worry about there. So I love this. Now with all of our future boxes, we'll start to include different size dishes and bake things. So if you want to subscribe to the whole year of our subscription boxes, our boxes build upon each other. They're all cohesive. At the end of a year, our subscription ends at a year. So depending on when you come in, if you wanted to stick around for the whole year, you will end up having an entire set of toys that kind of cohesively goes into each other. So at the end of the year, you're going to have an entire baking set that's going to include all kinds of things for the kitchen. So we can really build upon that. And there's all kinds of learning functions that can happen inside of that. So that's like a lot of fun. And I really love this with Play-Doh around the holidays. We didn't get a chance to it, but sometimes we would make gingerbread, like pretend gingerbread wooden cookies that we would put in here. And I've made a Play-Doh that actually smells like gingerbread, just putting a little cinnamon and nutmeg in it. Make sure they don't eat it. But my kids used to love it. They used to smell it. So this can be a lot of fun. Pink Play-Doh, white Play-Doh, red Play-Doh, so you can celebrate Valentine's Day. But this is a great thing to use all the time and kind of get them into that love of pretend play without you. So feeding their babies and their animals and their dolls and having them kind of mimic what you're doing in the kitchen is really great for cognitive functions. And there's just a lot of like tactile, just opening and closing. There's a lot you can do with this jar. So have fun with this baking set. It's one of my favorite, and don't forget to include Play-Doh. Kids love it.